Right, we are live. Oh, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Cut the Chat. Apparently, it won't just be me and Damon today. Femi is definitely gonna join us at some point. He'll be here real soon. And I don't know, man. If anybody could phone Lee or find out if he's okay, that we'd appreciate that. But yeah,
that's not really fair, Ace.
Why?
Why wasn't Lee here last week?
Oh yeah. Well, no. To be fair, no. We've just spoke about it, and it's kind of not my fault. Lee knows that we're supposed to be on at 9 o'clock. I sent the link to Damon accidentally, not sending it to the Cut the Chat WhatsApp group. Fine. So, do you think Lee was just sitting there for an hour waiting for the link? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Or you don't think that Lee would have seen that we went live and be like, "Yo, Wagon, where's the link?" And then I would have realized I didn't send it to him and would have sent it to him, or he would have messaged someone and been like, "Yo, where's the link?" No, he chose to alert us after we had come off that he didn't have the link. Come on, bruv. Do better than that, bruv. Here's Femi. That's not my fault.
Bare energy, okay.
That's not my fault. And welcome back to Cut the Chat. This is almost like a cameo appearance. It's come like he didn't start this thing with us.
I know. Special appearance.
Special appearance and that. Well gone, Femi.
Wait, is Femi there?
Yeah, Femi's here.
Where?
He's coming.
Femi ain't here. No,
he's here, not. Man. Femi is here, believe it or not. He graced us, believe it or not.
What?
Femi, were you there? Oh, I bet he's sitting in his car or something. Anyway, what's going on, Damon?
We're here.
We are here, man. Another episode of Cut the Chat, another week.
I'm just scoffing food off of camera because, boy,
what a week it's been. Fam, what's going on?
What gone you lot? What you lot saying, cuz?
How you been, man? We miss you, man. We miss you, man. We miss you, bro.
Trying to make a movie out here. I've been busy making a movie.
How's it going?
It's finished. Well done.
Was this a full feature-length movie? Was this a short film?
Full feature-length movie. Coming to a cinema near you.
Swear down. Was this like a last-minute thing? Because I genuinely feel like you didn't even tell the man about this. I just saw like the social media post and I was like, "Rah, Femi's making a film." I just thought it was maybe a project or...
Nah. It was always... You know what? To be fair, it's a film called Trapping, right? And it's... Yes, it's another street film, but it's...
Is it about trapping?
Exactly, right? And so it's this woman called Penny Walcott has written this film called Trapping, and with a guy called Dylan Duffus, who's one of the guys that was in it one day. So Penny Walcott actually directed One Day.
Okay. And
she discovered Dylan Duffus along with a bunch of other guys from Birmingham, and like she put them in this movie, and you know, people liked it, and we put it in the we put the lead actor in that in the intent, and then he's been like on me about like, you know, me and Nikki about making a film with him for ages. And so the idea, so he'd written this film with Penny, she wanted to direct it, and we had it on file for ages, and we were like, you know what? Let's make a movie during the pandemic, man. We've been doing like all other content. Like, let's just produce the film through our company, because Nikki and I are trying to build our business in essence where people don't just look at it as a company, as a company that makes content for us. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we make films, like, you know, if Ace has got an idea for a film, he can bring it to us. Like, do you know what I mean? So we want to build more that side of the business as well. So yeah, so we produced this film. Hopefully, like, you know, be out when the cinemas open back up. We'll do a cinema run with the film later on in the year.
Dope, man. How was that? How was it on shooting during the pandemic?
It was all right. You know, I've been shooting throughout, like, you know, short films, like music videos, the Channel U content stuff that we did last year. So it's like, you know, we've done it, but like doing it literally free, like 17 days, 18 days on the trot was exhausting, man. We had a lot of night shoots. So like from like second week onwards, it was like a lot of night shoots, like back to back. So we're shooting till the small hours of the morning. Why didn't none of you tell me about the sea breeze on the English coast? We were shooting in Margate.
Hold on, wait.
That explains the jacket.
Oh my gosh, it was freezing, mate.
Freezing.
Oh my, literally free. No, I was dying. Like, as in, like, the sea breeze on the English coast is a madness.
Yeah, of course it is, Bob. Anywhere near water is cold.
No. I don't even think you understand. It was
No, 100%.
Bro, it was next level. I just wanted to not be there. Personally, but I had to be there because, you know, it was my film and I had to cheerlead them along. But it was a difficult process, like, you know, it was tough, like shooting out of London, like putting up, like, again, like, you know, almost like the intent, but this time we're doing it in the UK, like putting up, we had to put up so many people in like hotels and sort out transport, like just so the logistics of it was really tricky. But all in all, we've got it in the bag now. We're going into the edit. It should be done in about 3 or 4 months.
Why Margate though? Is this film set in Margate?
So what happened was, so the film's to stop youths, yeah, not the film's to stop. 1 minute.
Okay.
Sorry.
What?
I'm just actually turning off my TV. The film's to stop youths from, it's basically looking at the trapping life. So like all these films that I've made, right? All these films that I've been in, everyone's like, oh, they're street films, they're about street life, all of that stuff. Kidulthood's not actually a road film. It's just about youths that get up to a madness. Mm-hmm. Like, Intent is a road film and doesn't pretend to be anything else, right? And One Day's road, all these other films are road. But like the main thing is that with this film was that when I read the script, I've never read a film where I'm like, nah, I never want to go to a bando in my life again. Because it just, like, you know, like it just broke down the drug dealing thing on a next level. Because obviously, like, I don't want to speak to anyone's past, but obviously Dylan's like real. He's really from the streets and he's really gone through all of that. And I'm reading a script and like, I was like, this is a madness. This feels grim. And so it was like actually, why do youths want to like go on like shot in bandos and all of that? So like the film, it's about this youth. He's broke, his family, his mom's struggling, and like his brother's just gone jail, and he's asking the elders to take him country. He asks them, you know, one of those ones. It's not like they groom him. He's like, I want to go, I want to trap. And so it's about exploring his experience. And like, obviously he gets to the countryside and like things just start going wrong and all of that stuff. And like, you know, just all the different madnesses that could happen to him and that do happen to him in the film. And like, you know, I'm very like excited about it. I've got to work with Abracadabra as well. He's like such a like great person. I remember one time I came to One Extra. There was a period of time when we all used to go to One Extra a lot. I don't know why. But one time
we had the podcast there. Remember, they signed us for 6 weeks. That's
yeah.
why. Hey.
One time I came to One Extra, right? And man said Femi's in denial of the genre of film that he makes. You make street film. Shut up, bro. Come off the line. I will block you, blood.
Block. Hey, fam, we can block whoever.
This is our thing. I'm not ignorant as well, you know. Man's ignorant. Like, man is ignorant with you. Like, I could be ignorant with you, bro. I'm not deluded. I just said the intent was a street film. Kidulthood is not a road film. It's about you.
Can I say though, quickly, in regards to street film, but we'll go back to Abba in a second. But I've never watched a road film yet. I know like there's people that talk about how certain street films glorify like drug life and crime and da-da-da. I've never watched one film, even ones I enjoy. I love New Jack City. Right now I'm really into Snowfall. I've never watched any of those things and been inspired to want to do that. All of them, even when glorifying it, make me want to be so far away from that life.
Do you know what it is? I'll be honest. It's the argument is that young people are more easily influenced, right? You're adult, right?
And I know, I've been watching this film. I watched Scarface when I was, I don't know how old, and I never wanted to sell drugs.
Listen, I was listening to DMX rob and kill people as a kid.
Never wanted to do it.
DMX. I never really aspired to do that. And that was my favorite rapper in the 90s. Like, you know, but we can get into all of those debates. But ultimately, like for me, like there are films, if you look at the subtleties of the films and what they're doing, like they're slightly different. But actually the problem is that we have as a culture is that we want to look at all these films as the same thing. Like, you see, like the kids in kiddoed, they're not gangbangers, you know?
Right.
They're just kids that go to school. You know, one of those was. And one of them's got an uncle that's like trying to get him to drill a gun for him, and he's like in his DT class. But like, they're just normal kids.
Right.
Like, in the intent, they're road youths.
Yeah.
You know, one of those ones, they're robbers. They want to be robbers. But like, we refuse to look at like the slight subtleties between all the different films because we want to do this narrative like, oh, all black films are street films or whatever. But I don't even, like, I'm not even denying that the film is a street film. It's called Trapping, bro.
It's going to be a street film.
It's called Trapping. It's like, let's be real. It's called Trapping. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I got to work with Abracadabra. For me, I just wanted to make something like with the new generation. And so like the lead actor in it is 18 years old. He's fantastic. We discovered him like through Instagram auditions. Like we posted auditions a few months ago. They casted him through that. With there's like, we found this model kid, real fake. He's like done stuff with LV and all of that. But again, we found him through Instagram. And like he's been doing small bits of acting. So this is his first major look. And then Abracadabra, like, you know, I connected to him through my sister who was doing some work with him on the music side. And he's just a pleasure to work with because I remember the one time we went to One Extra, we were outside and signing in, and this kid had like his whole block outside because he had an interview on BBC One Extra.
I remember. I remember.
And I told him that story and he was laughing and he was like, you know what? I just said I was that now. He said like, oh, the whole block just found out he was going One Extra and he turned up. And like, you know what, the bond that I was able to strike with him, like, you know, because a lot of the time me and him were driving back and forth from London. Like, it was really special. It was good to like see his growth as an individual. And then we've got C-Biz in there again.
Sorry, is his voice that deep? His talking voice?
His voice is very deep. That's his real voice.
Abra's voice, like he's got a sick voice, man.
That's what I said to him. I said, you know what? I said to him, I said, like, you know what? Part of your ability as an artist is that God has blessed you with a great voice, like a unique voice. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So Abra, he's in it, and OFB boys are in it. They were good to connect with. You know what it is with all of these young artists? Sometimes, yeah, you think they're proper ignorant because of like the music. It's almost like people think I'm ignorant because I'm in kidulthood and they think like I'm some roadman or something because I make these films or like whatever. And but ultimately, like, you connect with them and they're just the nicest youths. You know, one of those ones there, like,
yeah.
But obviously, there's that other side to them, like street life side, which is very real. But at the same time, they're like really good people. Like, they're really good individuals.
But also, do you know what, Femi, you have to realize as well? And I've like, it took me a little while to realize, yeah, like we are veterans in this thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So they've seen you in kidulthood for years, and you're like Uncle Femi. You're OG. So like when I boxed, like, for instance, I boxed nines in Ibiza, and I was so amazed at the respect that he had for me. He's like, yo, man, I used to watch you on Channel U and da-da-da. And I'm like, you just think, oh, these men are just ignorant rappers, but they actually have respect for who came before them. Of course, and also they actually have a lot of respect for who became before them.
You know what, exactly, and you it's what C-Biz. I was in a car with him and he goes, Femi, do you know what's mad? Like, when all these people, like, because Lisa Mafia popped down on one of the days because she lives in that area now, in that Margate area. She popped down and then she was like, C-Biz was like, what's mad is, like, she knows who I am. Like I used to watch her on TV. I used to look like, do you get what I'm saying? Right. I think it's mad. What? And he was saying in the UK, bro, allow it, bro. I've made bare stuff that elevates black people and black culture. Sit down, bro. I am so blocking you.
Femi,
I'm
just
back.
ignore them, man.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm putting you on timeout, bro. I'm putting you on timeout. I'm putting you on timeout.
Go sit in the corner.
I'm back. I am so back. I am so like, I'm going to pin your
hilarious.
message. I'll put you on timeout.
That's hilarious.
Relax. He's on timeout for 300 seconds. If you say something else, he's going out of the group. You can't talk again. I'm muting you. I do not care. I've had this conversation. Go and watch.
Femi's back.
Go on YouTube. Go and watch my ZZ Mills interview. Go and watch all of that. Go on my IMDb. Go and watch other stuff. No, I'm not chilling, Aisha. I'm back. I'm strong. I don't care. If you want to come for me today about shoot films, go and watch It's a Lot. Go and watch Comedy Central show, like Black Histories. Who has done that?
Turn Up Charlie. Go watch all that stuff.
Go and watch all that other stuff.
Yeah, man.
If you don't like road films, don't watch them. I'm not putting a gun to your head to watch them. Do not watch them.
Facts.
Factually.
Facts.
You on timeout, gaming Buddha DXB on timeout. But anyway, for the people that are listening to this on iTunes, there's a person trying to go at me for making road films. However, if you go and check my CV, which is available on the internet, you just type in my name, there's other stuff that's not street, and you are very welcome to watch it. And if you want to watch the street stuff, we make that too. Watch that too. But stop chatting the same stuff. Go away. And anyone that's coming for me today, I'm not in the mood. I will block you. I don't
Femi. What's going on?
I'm not in the mood to discuss this. It's not even a debate. And if you want me to explain it to you, there's a YouTube video with ZZ Mills ages ago where we have this debate and she talks about all your perspective and I respond to her. But I'm not doing that today. I refuse. Go away.
We're not going to use the platform for that.
Listen, not every day. He has a point though, Fem. Listen, you're on timeout as well. You're on timeout.
Femi, you can't block everyone. You can't.
They're on timeout. No, they're on timeout because I've spoken about this before. And they're on timeout because actually this week on Thursday, I've got something called Drunk History Black Stories coming out, which celebrates Black culture in a way that nobody else has ever done it in the UK. I'm allowed to make what I want. Go away.
We move on. Do you know when Trapping is out, by the way? Just quickly.
They don't want to watch it.
All right, we'll leave that.
I'm just joking. Trappings are hopefully out in September this year, and I'll keep you guys posted. But like, we are making lots of different types of content, and everyone that's like, oh, the street stuff, go away. I make other stuff. I've been doing it, and if you don't know, you're not a real fan, and you don't follow my work, and you just want to talk. You want attention.
Femi, it's fine, fam. It's fine.
No, I want them to know. I want all the smoke. Say anything else, I'll block you.
You know what's so funny? I thought we was coming here to have a really sad, somber podcast about X.
Not sad.
About X.
DMX will do the same thing. We'll block them too.
Yeah. Let's start there, then, man. Rest in peace to Earl Simmons, DMX. Sadly, we got the news on Friday. You know what's mad? So obviously, I've gone to work on Friday. You know, like we had the news that he had a heart attack and he was like kind of fighting for his life. Maybe like a few days before we actually got the sad news. We've seen so many different people like posting different things and then deleting them, and we're seeing like different rappers. We've seen people post rest in peace, so many different things and delete. I just in my mind was like, yeah, he's probably gone, but they just don't want to tell us yet, or they're like working out when to tell us. So I went into work on Friday just assuming that we was going to get that news. I don't know why. I was like, during my show, I've got a feeling that I had a mix ready to go and everything. I was like, yeah,
it was gonna happen.
I had a feeling that it was going to happen. I had a feeling it was going to happen. So I was like ready to go. Like, yeah, like X means a lot to me, and I don't want to be like the person that doesn't represent in the way that I should. So I was ready to go. Then literally about maybe 45 minutes before the end of my show, Prince Philip died, and my show, that was the end of my show. We went into obit situation, which basically means when a royal dies, then everything gets locked off. They turn all BBC radio stations into one station, and that's BBC News, and then they just did all the news. But I was like really sitting there waiting for the news about X. Yo,
explain that, yeah, because so obviously over those couple of days, Radio 1 Extra was still playing music, but there was a lot of people's shows that weren't on anymore. And obviously
one of my show was one of the shows that were pulled. My Sunday night show. Yeah.
So why? Why?
Because without like going into the behind the scenes of radio, like, some of them shows weren't live. They might have been shows that were recorded already, and some of the content may not have been appropriate for what we were going through at that time.
Fair enough. Yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so the whole station needed to be a certain tone.
Yeah.
And if like, you know what I mean? I don't know what Heartless had planned on that night, but I can imagine it would have been hype energy, and that would have been inappropriate to have that going on. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's just the tone has to be a certain level. So so they swapped out a lot of shows. We're back to kind of normal programming now. But yeah, so that happened like during my show.
You know what I realized, yeah? And like Prince Philip, yeah, over the years of me being an adult, yeah, and understanding the royal family and news, yeah. Every time he's been in the media, it's always been about something off key that he said, yeah. So that's always tainted my view of him. Yeah, there's always been like a comment that he's made that was slightly racist or whatever. So my view's always been tainted of him. And so when he passed away, like it didn't touch me. But then there's a lot of celebrities that have passed away that haven't touched me. Like for me, it's just like, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to anyone, but for me, it's like people die every day. Do you know what I mean? If I don't have a bond with you through your music, through your film or whatever, then it is what it is. Now, the thing with Prince Philip, yeah, I kind of took a step back and I realized the magnitude of who this individual is. Whether you like the royal family or not, or whatever your views are about the royal family, yeah, I think he met the Queen in 1940. Yeah. So let's understand 1940, he met the Queen. And I think they got married in 1950 or 1950 something. Yeah. They were together for like 70 years. That's wild. You know, like, so when I kind of stepped back and I thought, the royal family, whatever, I thought, nah, you see the Queen, you must be under severe pressure. Because irrespective of what people, that you've been with that guy for that amount of time, like, and I felt it for her. Like, I'm not a fan of the royals. I never really have been, but I thought, you know what? Yeah, I feel it for her. Because I was thinking, literally, the whole country came to a standstill. But you're the husband of the Queen. It's like, I think because they all have their individual roles and individual personalities. It's like, you know, because growing up, we always know of a king and queen. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the royal family isn't like that. There's the queen and then the prince, or a king and then the princess. It's never king and queen. So I think with him, I think he always, and he said from early, he always took a step back and let her do her thing. It was never about him and her. It was about her, and then he was just her husband. And he played that role very well. But I just thought, nah, these guys are, you know, irrespective of what you think of the royal family, it's a major situation.
I think we are very quick to talk about, and again, of course, like, we're black people, so like, whenever we hear this person said this or this person may have these ideas, that's what we hold on to. But there are people that will remember him for amazing things he did, for charity work, for things that he did for service to the country. So yes, like when you think of him, you might think of, oh, right, I can't believe he said that about XYZ people, or he said a madness there, or you know what I'm saying? Like, but there are people that are like, yo, this guy really helped with this, or this guy did a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone's perception of you is not the same.
Absolutely.
That's one thing. And again, it's a 99-year-old man.
Look, I always think, yeah, if somebody passes away and you have anything negative to say about them, just don't say anything. Yeah, and I've been around people that have negative things to say about people that have passed away that as a group we know. Like, just don't say nothing, innit? Just, do you know what I mean? Just, you know, and for him, yeah, I think his name will always be mixed with a lot of good and a lot of bad, you know.
Also, like, I think we've said this on the show before. Sometimes old people just say really inappropriate things.
There was a video clip, yeah, that
where somebody,
someone's taking a picture, and you know, old people, they ain't got no patience, they ain't got no
time. Just take a fucking picture.
Yeah, just fix them, man. Like, take the fucking picture. Like, yeah, like, I get it, you know.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, I suppose we might as well talk about. Are we going to talk about the newspaper coverage of both of their deaths and how they've spoken about both of them? Or are we going to talk about Lewis Hamilton? What are we doing first?
All right, well, let's talk about this quickly, because I'm ready to be told off for this, yeah. But so was it the Daily Post in New York, American newspaper?
Daily Post, yeah.
Daily Post posted 2 pictures side by side, one of Prince Philip, one of DMX, and the headline reads, "The Prince and the rapper."
No,
wait, I'm not finished. The sub-headline is, "The Prince, beloved Prince, dies at 99, and the rapper, brilliant troubled musician, dies at 50 years old." And I saw outrage, yeah.
I don't remember seeing brilliant.
It says brilliant. It says brilliant.
It did say brilliant.
Let's not try and make it worse. It says brilliant. It says brilliant.
I remember seeing brilliant, but okay. Now
it says brilliant.
This is the thing. Because, all right, so this is my point, yeah. DMX had some amazing highs, and some amazing horrendous lows, yeah. Prince Philip has been in the news for some outrageous things that he said. So
Lee's landing as well. Come on, full gang.
His career, Ace, hasn't been, you know, full of roses. Yeah. So he's had some troubled times as well. So why could his headline not have been troubled as well?
I don't think, and again, this is not me defending anybody. I think the word troubled is down to interpretation. I feel like what you're talking about with Prince Philip saying maybe the odd thing here and there and having a car crash at 90 or whatever he did is very different from the troubles that they're talking about in regards to DMX. DMX had a really bad drug problem. Those are troubles. He had loads of demons. That's troubles. So I feel like what they're talking about is totally different.
Why is that relevant?
Should I be real? Should I be real?
Can I explain? Let me just quickly land here. I'll tell you why it's relevant.
Where's home? Beckham, yeah? All right, jump in.
Lee's working. Lee, lock off, please.
Sorry,
we don't want to listen to you. All right. Why it's relevant is because one died at 99 and one died at 50. So when they're saying like he's troubled, like it's part of why he died at that age. I'm not offended by troubled. When I saw that headline, I wasn't offended at all. I don't understand.
It's not proven how he died. That's not proven.
Okay, so how did he die? The vaccine, yeah?
I'm going on what I've read and seen, yeah? It's not proven. My point is, yeah, 2 very iconic people from two different walks of life have passed away. That's it. That's it. That's the headline. You don't need to put in trouble, because when you put in trouble, it takes you down the road. It takes you your subliminal down the road. You know what I mean? Like, oh, another rapper troubled, probably drug problems, probably violence, probably guns. That's where it takes you. If you didn't know the two of them, yeah, if you knew nothing about the two of them at all, and the headlines are the Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, passed away at 99. DMX, US rapper, dies at 50 years old. That's it. That's it. The fact that
I wasn't offended.
Should I be real, Devon?
I wasn't offended.
Should I be real? Do you know what it is? It was provocative and perhaps offensive, because when you think of the Prince and the rapper, it conjures up images of the Prince and the pauper.
And the pauper. Yeah, that is rude. That's rude.
Do you see what I mean? And so for me, it was alluding almost like that metaphorically, it was almost aligning DMX to being a pauper. Right? And I found that more offensive.
I do know what I'd see your point there.
Than suggesting that he was troubled, because he was troubled. Also, we've got this thing, yeah, when people die, we want to gloss over like the fact that we want to pretend like DMX wasn't on drugs. DMX was, I'll be honest, yeah, as a kid, like when around like from 98, from when I was in secondary school, my whole of secondary school life, that was my favorite rapper. Like, you know, like you couldn't tell me anything about DMX. I knew all the songs.
Femi.
Wait.
Go on.
However, we can't pretend as though DMX was not troubled. We can't pretend like he wasn't on drugs. We can't pretend like
you're fine. You know, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. Can we say that there's very few rappers that haven't been on drugs? Not necessarily to the same extent, the same addiction.
Like, let's be real. There's only like a few rappers that we know now. All rappers are all on drugs now. Most of the new rappers.
Okay, right. Okay, that's fine. And can we say that a lot of them have had troubled pasts?
A majority of rappers, yeah. Like, you know, before people like Kanye West, most rappers were from working class poor backgrounds.
Right. So this is my thing. Yeah. As you quite rightly said, yeah, it's like, you remember when Mark Duggan passed away?
Yeah.
Do you remember the picture that they used of Mark Duggan?
I don't think this is the same.
You remember that picture?
No, I remember the picture.
And do you remember when they opened up the picture and saw the whole picture where they took his face from? Like the media
do at a funeral.
The media do these things on purpose. They will
do you know what, Damon?
Look at all of the pictures that they could have used, that they could have taken as DMX. All of the pictures in the world, they could have had a picture of him on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people where we've seen that concert many times. Like, bro, the media do this.
No, you know what? I'm incomplete. You know what? I'll be honest. I had to get it up so I could look at it properly, right? I'm looking at it now, right? You got Prince Philip. They said he's a beloved royal. He's gone at age 99. The Prince, right? On one side, he's got a bowler hat. He looks distinguished. He's smiling. See DMX looking angry, right?
Bro.
Looking very serious with one of those hats that people used to wear in the 90s, the woolly hats with the little peak, right? And it says the rapper, brilliant but troubled musician, dies at 50. And so for me, like, I just feel the problem is actually it does feed into the stereotype of black people, like my gang films.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Like my gang films that portrays black people in a negative way. But the point I'm trying to make ultimately is that actually nothing they're saying is wrong, but actually where I feel uncomfortable with it is the headline alludes to DMX being some kind of pauper. And it aligns all that negativity. So the negative words, the idea of him being troubled didn't trouble me. The idea of him
trouble didn't bother me.
Metaphorically a pauper.
Yes,
bro, made me uncomfortable.
Bro, we're all adults and we can all have our opinion. But for me, you know, it's just time and time again this happens. Do you know what I mean? Time and time again.
Do you think that if Amy Winehouse died on that same day, it wouldn't say troubled singer.
You know what? You know what the funny thing is?
You think it wouldn't?
I'm gonna tell you two things. You know what the first thing is? You know what the first thing is? You know what my standpoint is with that? I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less about any other people from any other demographic when it comes to the media dragging our people down. We can't compare, oh, if it was this person, they would have done. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm not offended by the word.
That's not an argument.
I see the pauper analogy, and yes, that is now starting to enrage me a little piece. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
I feel like people were really focused on the word troubled, like it was the most.
No, I think for me,
like,
actually, I think you know what? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is about words? Like, it's about language and about the way media manipulate language. It's about the subtext, right? It's a lot of it is about what is not said. And what is not said is that, you know, the semantics and the metaphorical space that the idea of the prince and the pauper exist. For me, that's what I'm proper offended about that. Do you get what I'm saying? The troubled, he's troubled. It's a fact. He was troubled.
I'm not disputing that it's a fact, but it was not necessary. It was so not necessary to put that as the headline. It was so.
You don't like the word
necessary.
troubled? Did the word troubled bothers you?
Bro, you know what it is?
Papers, they're being provocative.
Absolutely, and that's a problem. I hear that, and that's what they do, and it's a problem. It was unnecessary. Yeah, it was so unnecessary, and that's my point. Because the reality is, two people that were loved by millions have died, have passed away, have unfortunately passed away. So why you planting that seed in people's head that nice, it's wrong, it's not necessary. It was not necessary at all, and that's my thing. And you know, for all of these, well, if it was Amy Winehouse, would they have not written that? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I think also, but let's just talk about some of the clips of DMX that have been doing the rounds online. Like, and just like, I love that the meme of like, I remember the time DMX performed to the whole world. It legit looked like the whole world.
That Woodstock clip is amazing, historic, bro. Have you ever seen so many people in your life? Insane. Absolutely not. No, it's mad. That is crazy. That is like crowd control. It's just amazing that like that's what he did. Like, people don't understand like the power of X. Like, when he first came out, he dropped 2 platinum albums in the same year.
Yeah,
no one went doing it at the same time. No one went doing it then. Like, in that year, he dropped It's Dark and Hell Is Hot and Flesh of My, like in the same year. Like, and that's crazy.
And also, the thing about those 2 albums, they're actually both very good.
Very good. Albums. Very good.
Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, that late 90s rap scene, like some of the artistic work that those guys were getting up to in that period, that, you know, between 97 and like, say, like 2001, 2002, I just feel like some of the rap albums that dropped in that period was just on another level, man. It was just unreal. And like DMX's albums, like, you know, he had those 2 albums, and then he had what is it? Yeah, and then there was X, and then the Great Depression, the Grand Champ. I mean, those albums, like, you know, he was those 5 albums like were powerful, but the first 3 were just like, for me, they were just on a next level. They were so strong, and then the Rough Riders were popping off at the time as well. Like,
let me ask you a question, Fem.
All
right. It might be too early for this question, but we're going to go in anyway.
Aside
from drugs, jail, like the bad things, yeah, being shot, all of these things, yeah, whose career would you have rather had? X's or Tupac's? Both did movies, both had sick music, both are hip-hop icons. Whose career would you have rather had?
I'll say Tupac, because Tupac transcended rap a little bit more than DMX, right? Tupac is a cultural icon. Tupac, for me, I feel like DMX is too early, like you said. I feel like DMX, obviously, I liked DMX's music more than Tupac's music. This sounds mad what I'm saying.
That's not weird. It's not weird at all.
Because because
100%.
DMX came out. That was my rapper. If you get what I mean. 98 was when I was like 12, like when those albums came out, and so that was like when I first started like buying CDs myself and stuff like that. So for me, that was my rapper. That was exactly my generation, and that spoke to me in that period of time. And so for me, I'd say like DMX is in terms of rap, that's the icon. But in terms of culturally, in terms of influence, in terms of like, you know, remember Tupac wrote poetry. Tupac and
Like,
Tupac.
a lot of Tupac's legacy came from the fact that he passed early. So like Tupac died at the peak of Tupac. If X died at the peak of X,
it would have been the same.
It might have been the same. And you got to think about, like, people talk about Tupac's career was not that long, really. It was like from 91 to 95 when he died. It was like 5-6 years. X's run was about like the same period. So if X passed at the peak of X, after he'd done Belly, Romeo Must Die, done all of these movies, and had this crazy sick rap run, he might have been a bigger icon than Pac.
You know why he would have been a bigger icon than Pac? I think because I think whilst Pac was out, it was always Pac or Biggie. Yeah. There was always that. It's like Jay-Z and Nas. There was always that. DMX, there was no one, bro. It was just him and Eve. It was just them.
The mad thing about DMX, was actually. What's mad is DMX was like actually undisputedly the biggest rapper when DMX was like the biggest rapper. Right. Is what Damon said. Like, do you get what I'm saying? When DMX was the biggest rapper, there was no. It was like Drake. You know how Drake is like at the moment just the biggest rapper. Maybe not everyone's favorite. Maybe not the best lyricist. Maybe
absolutely.
He's just undisputed champion of rap. DMX. Before, I feel like for me, before Drake, DMX was the person that dominated rap in that way. It was like you couldn't even compare. Like Jay-Z was about, but Jay-Z wasn't big.
You know what the funniest thing is? So, you know, like, you guys need to go watch Hard Knock Life Tour. Hard Knock Life Tour, the DVD, was the time the DMX when Rough Riders and Rockefeller went on tour, massive tour with Method Man and Redman. Ja Rule was on the tour, crazy tour, and Jay-Z was the headliner, and X would come out before Jay, and there was always this like tension because apparently after X people would start leaving. Because Jay was like, look, I'm Jay's like, look, I'm Jay-Z and it's kind of our tour, so I'm headlining. But people were there.
They paid for that tour.
Yeah.
That's the tour where Damon Dash was badding up. What's his name?
Yeah, Kevin Lowes.
That was their tour. That was tour. Remember, Jay-Z and that had money, and so they were just paying for stuff.
Yeah.
I was listening to Cameron on another podcast, a big one, American one, the other day, and he was talking about the fact that he went to see Jay-Z and those guys, warm up for Method Man, right? But he goes, Damon Dash and Jay-Z paid to warm up for Method Man.
That's crazy.
Like when they were trying to get in there. So like they were like Jay-Z and them were like those road men that just had road money and were just buying their way.
Buying their way. It worked. It worked.
They bought their way into the scene. However, to be fair, DMX was just, for me at that time, he was just undisputed champion. Just the records. Whenever DMX records played in a dance, it was just.
Imagine like coming on after X, like he's been running up and down, barking, running up and down, throwing up X, like praying, crying, and then Jay-Z comes out. It's like the crowd's already like exhausted, bro.
Listen, Jay-Z just does this when he raps. He doesn't. He just sways. He just.
X was the man. X was the man. X was the man. Rest in peace, X, man. Genuinely, that's like gotta be like, you know, for me, that's like one of my favorite rappers. Like, you know, just the complexity of the man. Like, you know, having the prayers and like him talking about doing a deal with the devil, all that crazy stuff, and you're like, is it real and is it not? And like you like all of that stuff, and like, you know, the records and him being very honest about his life and even the life that he led and the way he carried himself. It was just a beautiful thing, man. And you know,
it's a shame that he's gone too soon. And he had an album coming as well.
Yeah, gone back to Def Jam, so his next album will be on Def Jam.
Yeah, he had an album. He had an album on the way with Swiss Beats, and like, you know, I remember listening to an interview with him like literally about a month and a half ago, and he was talking about the fact that he's got a song with Pop Smoke on there, and it's mad that, you know, what's happened to Pop Smoke's happened to him, and now DMX is gone as well. So rest in peace, man.
We were supposed to get a show last year. Remember that? It was like DMX, the Locks. Who else was on that show? I can't remember. But we were supposed to get a show last year, and then obviously COVID, which is a shame.
It's someone's just put in a comment though. I've never heard anyone bring up DMX when talking about goats of rap till now. Why is that?
Because you know why?
Go on.
Because
he was troubled.
The focus went for, and you know what? I think maybe, you know, maybe DMX's career ended or kind of ground to a halt before social media, you know, before all of that. Because all the GOATs, I mean, all right, Biggie and Tupac, that's undisputed. I think Jay-Z, you're still relevant because, you know, you're married to Beyonce.
Did I tell you what's bad about Jay-Z? Can I come in quickly? Jay-Z, yeah, what's interesting, yeah, and me and another rapper from the UK were talking about this on the phone. Me and Getz, actually, I think it was me and Getz were on the phone one time. We were like, you know, back in the day, Jay-Z wasn't the best rapper. He just kept saying it. No one, DMX was everyone's favorite. Then it was Biggie, then it was Tupac, then it was DMX, then it, like, you know, and then out of nowhere, there was one day everyone woke up and just said, yeah, DMX is the best. Jay-Z is the best.
Because it's consistency though.
It was like he just kept saying.
Jay-Z gets a lot of his like GOAT status from the fact that he's still here and he's never stopped and never fallen off. Like who can say that? Like all your favorite rappers were out there at one point. Like even like, it's funny, even the fact that people have said, oh, like, we've never heard of the truth is DMX wasn't in my top 5. It still isn't in my top 5 greatest MCs of all time. But I appreciate that moment. I appreciate
not your top 5 MCs of all time, but what about entertainer?
I feel like X could be in my top 10 maybe, but he's not in my top 5.
Huh?
He could probably be in my top 10.
But then Femi's right though, because I suppose when you do talk about this, you only talk about the ones that were mainstream, in your face. Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, Drake. That is it, really. Maybe LL Cool J, maybe.
I mean, it's interesting. I think it's interesting, rap, but ultimately, people always start with those 4, and then number 5 is always a debate. And I think Drake needs to be part of that conversation now as well.
Not yet.
It's been a long time, bro.
Nah, not yet.
It's been a long time, bro.
All right, this ain't a hip hop podcast. Let's keep it moving. let's keep moving. Yeah, it's popping off in the States at the moment. I had a conversation with somebody today that was in the States, and he was like, yeah, it's like they're just fed up of this shit, man. And I
explain it, because when I heard this, so the facts are, it's in the exact same state as where George Floyd was killed. Yeah. The police officer in question was a 26-year-old.
Another unarmed black man is being killed and shot by the police, is what we're talking about.
Yeah. The police officer has got 26 years of service. There's live body cam, and the police department released the body cam footage to let everyone know what happened. And what happened is she's attempted to stop a man in his car because of a traffic violation. I think from what I heard from his mum, because his mum done an interview, and basically he had some air fresheners hanging from his rear mirror. Yeah. Got stopped for whatever reason. And this is where it gets a bit sketchy, because from the police officer's point of view, she's told him to get out of the car, I think he's attempted to get out of the car. Then he's gone to get back in the car and attempted to drive off. She has then shouted, taser, 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 which is what you shout before you taser somebody. Apparently, not even apparently, because this is what she said. She's reached for the taser, but pulled her live weapon, her gun, by mistake and shot him. He then drove a couple blocks and from his injuries crashed and passed away. Now, from what I heard on the news today, it seems like the whole of the police department in that area are back. They called it, they didn't call it accidental fire, but it was something like that, basically. And she's saying that it was a mistake. She went to draw for her taser and got the gun instead. And I suppose it brings back the question of just police being armed anywhere. This is always a possibility. It's always a possibility. And the reality is, whatever he was running for, or if he was trying to run, it doesn't warrant man losing his life. I've seen videos of people being attempted to be stopped by the police that are of a different race, and they are swinging bats and knives and all sorts of things, implements, towards the direction of the police.
100.
And they have not shot them. And there's multiple stories, endless stories of black people, black guys walking away. They're not even walking towards the police. Remember the old brother in the park? The old pensioner that tried to run off. How fast can an old man run? But they shot him in the back and killed him and then planted the gun. Man was backing out his wallet to show, bro, it's endless. Once again, and it's just like, bro, first and foremost, yeah, if you are in that much fear of your life when doing your job, that the first thing you do is shoot to kill, you are doing the wrong job. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. You're doing the wrong job. Like, bruv, you lot have heard my views off of the podcast. Yeah. I don't even know bruv, I'm not even going to say my views on the podcast, but you lot have heard my views off the podcast. Yeah. And I was watching an interview with somebody the other day. Can't remember who it was. I know it's very vague, but basically they said, how many times can man keep on turning the cheek? You know what? Just stop hitting me, fam. Don't hit me and then expect me to keep on turning the cheek. Just stop hitting me. Yeah? Because I guarantee if it was your child, at some point you're going to tell your child, stop coming home to me and telling me that you got punched in the face. Punch them back in it. Because the reality is, the only reason this keeps on happening and is carrying on to 2021 is because you have no respect and no fear of repercussions from either the law or from the said people that you are violating time and time again. I guarantee you now, if you didn't have that gun, it would be a totally different thing. What, you think if them man didn't have the gun, them man would be killing people with their bare hands? Chasing man down and killing people with their bare hands? Never, 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 never. Something has to be done. And and all this forgiveness and, education, it's nothing to do with education. You're a big man. You're an adult. You're a big man. You're a big woman. You know what will happen if you back that gun. None of these people have been in a gunfight. Not a single one. None of these people have been in a gunfight.
When you say like something needs to happen, what's the answer? Brother,
you see me, yeah? Honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want you to edit it out or lock off the podcast. Right. But
I can feel your energy, and that's not what I don't know if that's what needs to be done. But I can feel your energy.
But this is the thing. I guarantee you, it will make people think twice. I guarantee you.
It'll start a war.
Bruv, listen, if that's what needs to happen, because I'm going to tell you something now, yeah? You see, back in the day when things changed, yeah? Big man's awake.
Hey.
Well, go on.
Now,
Big man's awake.
The cameo.
Are we going to get a cameo?
We're going to get a cameo.
Are we going to take a little, let's take a little, back of the head, not the face.
Not the face.
All right. We can see
Show
the
the,
back.
show the hair. Show the Uncle Jerome Jericho hair. There you go.
The hair's mad.
Yeah. Matters.
You hot. It's hot. But yeah. Hello. Shall we show them the oh, that's him there.
There you go.
Ace, play the Lion King music. Hello, baby. I can't even have the same energy that I had just now.
See, that's just mellowed you out. Maybe we should give all of the police new babies. That'll work. Mellow them out.
Listen, mommy doesn't. He's hungry. Yeah. Look, you see, like back in the day, yeah, where in the 60s and 70s, where revolution was taking place.
Yeah.
It wasn't peaceful.
Of course not.
It wasn't peaceful. You know, people had to stand on the front line. And
you know what it is, Damon, though? A lot more black people will die. If it was like a revolution in what you're talking about, and the idea is we want to stop our African American brothers dying.
Femi, everything, it's not 1940s, not 1950s, 2021. There are surveillance cameras on satellites that can pinpoint you to your house right now. The technology is wild. The technology, the stuff that's going on in this world is absolutely wild, yeah? You're telling me that the argument that we always hear is, I was in fear of my life. That's not a good enough answer, bro. That's not a good enough answer. And I get it. And this is the thing. This is the thing as well. You see, when there's ever any talk of an uprising, the counter argument is there's going to be more bloodshed. So when you lot are carrying on with your fuckery, it's all right. But as soon as man starts talking about big man, I'm going to stand up. I'm not having this no more. Oh, there's going to be more killing. There's going to be more death. What, you don't think there's been enough? Nah. All of a sudden, when you lot think that it's going to be peak, you want to start sitting down and having workshops, yeah, and start talking about education. And that's what I was saying earlier. What do you mean education? We're not kids. We're not kids running around. It's grown people. Yeah, it's grown-ass people that know the difference between right and wrong, that know what's going to happen. If I pull this trigger, I know what this bullet is going to do to your chest. I know what this bullet's going to do to your head, to your leg, to your back. It's grown people. There's no education needed. You don't need to understand black people to stop killing black people. Just stop killing black people, bro. You don't need to understand me. You don't need to understand my culture. You don't even need to understand why black people are weary of you. Just stop killing black people. That's it. We don't need to sit down. Because people aren't having this conversation about old people. People aren't having a conversation about, oh, we need to understand, you know, and educate ourselves into, you know, we need to stop killing old people. What? We're not having this conversation. We're not having a conversation about, oh, the police need to learn and be educated on, you know, how to stop killing women. We're not having this conversation. No, it's only black people. What do you need to know from us to stop killing us? What do you want us to tell you? You know we're human. You know we are family people. You know we're hardworking. You know we make money. You know we are God-fearing people. We don't worship the devil. Do you know what I mean? We're not keeping up with no off-key rituals. Yeah, you know we are exactly the same as every other race on this planet. What more do you need to know for you to stop killing us? Nothing. There's nothing else. So there's no sit down, there's no workshop, there's no class, there's no education, there's nothing. Just stop killing us. Stop killing us. That's it. And until that happens, bro, my attitude and my argument, bro, it can't be, you can't be said on this podcast. It can only be said in a live podcast where it's not being filmed or recorded. Bro, it can't, you know what I mean? Bro, I'm done. And you know what is so painful is that America has the potential to be such an amazing country. It has the potential to be such an amazing country. All of these people, we've been over there. We've all been there. We've seen the highs of America. We've seen the beauty of America. And this is still going on. And then the people that are keeping up with this want to all of a sudden, every time it happens, start talking about, oh, well, you know, come and talk to us. Stop being angry. Them man have told us to stop being angry for 500 years, you know? How can you tell someone to stop being angry? Have I told you the story about my dad, when I was living with my dad, and the glasses?
No.
So I don't know about people from African countries, yeah, but a lot of Caribbean households, they had a bar in their house, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, cool. And on the back of the bar, there's drinks in it, and on the bar there's glasses. There's like little, you know, shot glasses, with all various different glasses. When I was living with my dad here, I don't know what was going on, but I was just clumsy. I was just moving clumsy for about a year, and I kept on breaking glasses. Yeah, and you know, when your parents buy glasses, they buy a set. There weren't no IKEA, so you couldn't go to the shop and buy another one. You bought a set of 16 or 12 or whatever. So when you start breaking glasses, it just looks odd. It just throws the balance all off in it. So I kept on breaking glasses, and I kept on saying sorry. You see, after the fourth or fifth glass that I broke, you know what my dad said? He said, stop saying sorry. Just stop breaking the glasses. Bro, you know, I don't know what happened, but that just woke something up in me. And I don't know if it was the tone of my dad's voice, because I think at that point, my dad realized he's had enough.
Finished.
Bro, stop saying sorry. I don't want to hear sorry again. Just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Man's tired, fam. And remember, whilst all this is going on, you are still telling man not to react. You're still telling man that we are still supposed to stand side by side with you, man. Yeah, on a daily basis. You're still telling man that we have to turn the other cheek. And you're still telling man we have to get over it. Like man hasn't had to get over enough things. As I said, 500 years. 500 years. Nah, 500 plus years. No, fam. No. Where else is this happening? Where else could this happen? Where else could this happen? And remember as well, yeah, these are the ones that make the news. Do you know, every now and then you hear a little something on the gram or something, man got lynched. You remember the youth that was jogging down the road, and the man that was in that pickup truck just stopped and just opened fire. There's bare of them, you know. So it's the police and Caucasian citizens of America that are keeping up with this.
So I was.
You know what we need to do? You know what we need to do? We just need to make P and go back here. We all need to go back there. That's where we need to go.
He won't be able to eat anything.
Huh?
He won't be able to eat anything though.
Who? What?
Lee won't be able to eat anything.
Listen, he's got bigger issues than that. He needs to worry about his hairline. That's what Lee needs.
He needs to worry about his cab app. He just sent a picture to the WhatsApp group. That picture that person that he just picked up. Have you seen it? That person he just picked up and took to Peckham has just thrown up all over the cab.
He should have just stayed on the podcast.
He should have just stayed on the pod. That's how you learn. That's what happens, fam. Anyway, Femi, what was you saying?
I can't remember.
You know what? Speaking of, like, rest in peace to that young man as well. And I mean, America, get it together. I'm kind of exhausted. I just like, I can't even find words. But speaking of like the things that we see and the things that we don't see, things that the media cover, the lack of media coverage for St. Vincent is scary.
Brother, I saw a picture the other
Go on.
day. I didn't even think it was real.
It looked like a movie, like a special effect.
Didn't think it was real.
But we're not seeing that on the news. What's going on with that?
Boy, are you allowed to go down this road, Ace, with the job that you do?
I'm just saying that I haven't seen it on the. I'm seeing everything I'm seeing in regards to St. Vincent on social media.
Listen, you type in St. Vincent on Google and you see this pop singer.
Are you serious?
Look at that.
That's
Look at that. Is St. Vincent a colonized country? Or is it independent?
Go on, Femi.
Yes, I think it must be independent. But it was probably a colony of one of these European countries.
Anyway, we pray for St. Vincent. If there's anything you can do, is there any, Femi, I know you've got the details there. What can we do to help?
You know what? There's a lot of people raising money online and like raising money to send food and all of that stuff. I'll get some links and I'll throw them up on the Cut the Chat page.
Straight. What else happened this week? Nicky Graham died from Big Brother.
Do you know what? Should I be real? Should I be honest? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Obviously, God bless her soul.
She was one of the most like prolific Big Brother contestants ever.
Was she like the first person on the first Big Brother?
He was the one that was wilding out. Do you remember? Who is she? Where did you find her? Who is she?
You know what? I wasn't into Big Brother like that. Am I mad for saying that?
No.
Do you know what? Should I be real about Big Brother? I found it mad boring.
You weren't watching the right one.
I don't understand why people like that program. So
you know what
it's boring.
I know what you've done. You would just be there and you'd be like, let me see what this Big Brother thing's about. Yeah. Then you would turn it on and you would watch like 6 minutes of it. And the 6 minutes, do you remember back in the day when Big Brother would be on and you would hear the bird noises?
And they had the chicken
about something technical.
Yeah.
So you would see that. You never see where it popped up.
Yeah,
do you remember man like Science?
Yeah, big up Science, big up Victor. You know, big up to Victor. Victor wants to come on his pod at some point, actually.
I think Victor was on Cut the Chat before.
Nah, he needs to. Has he been on before?
No, there was the other guy. It was the other guy.
We had a black guy from Cut the Chat on Cut
Big
the Chat.
Brother.
It might have been Science.
No, we ain't had Science on.
We've had a black guy that was.
Maybe we had Victor. Maybe do we have Victor on?
And then what was he doing for me? Was he rapping or something?
I feel like he was rapping, Ace.
Nah, Victor doesn't rap.
We filmed it in the barbershop.
We had a black guy from Big Brother on Cut the Chat back in the day.
Yeah.
We had Ashleen from Big Brother.
No, but we had a black guy. Like
I don't remember.
And you brought him because
I brought him.
Yes, I didn't bring him. I don't know Big Brother.
You know what? Today I've realized like I'm way too into reality TV. It's a joke. Like,
surprise!
It's like really bad.
Surprise!
I need somebody today from the circle, and I was like, right, I'm really into this reality TV thing. But yeah, rest in peace to Nicky Graham. I think that like whenever somebody from reality TV dies, like questions come up about whether or not the TV show or the people that make the TV show are actually looking after these people after they come off. You got to remember, these are people that are not famous and then they're super famous and then they go back to being to their normal life. That can't be easy at all.
No, but do you know what's mad though? What people need to understand about taking part in this TV world, yeah? TV is like, you know, these companies, they pick you up, they put you in these programs, and then you're just replaceable and they replace you with someone else. And
but people don't realize that though. They think like you're in that moment when the world's, not the world, but the UK's watching you. You got millions of people watching you and you are the talk of the town. You're on headlines, there's newspaper articles about you, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Do you know Ryland? Do you know I have the utmost respect for that brother.
I have to Google this guy, you know.
Ryland.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why, yeah. So Ryland was on X Factor, yeah, and he became famous from X Factor because of his crying when he got voted through, yeah. And he was the kind of wild card, yeah. He was the guy that he couldn't sing. He knew he couldn't really sing, and everybody else knew he couldn't really sing, but they just voted him through. For me, the way he was bawling on live TV, yeah. The next stage, I think he got knocked out. which was rightly so, because he wasn't a good singer. But the dedication
to still make it.
that he had, that, and it's probably him and his, PR team or management that have just said, you know what? We are going to turn this around and we are going to have this country loved. Yeah. And for, there would have been times for his career where his PR, his agent would have said, yeah, we've got this for you. And as a man or as a human, you're probably looking at it like, boy, I don't really want to do that. That's a bit of a sellout. Yeah.
Nah, he would have never thought that. He would have done anything.
No, but some people do. But look at him now. His journey.
Well, Damon, who is he? What does he do? I just know his face. I don't even know what he does.
He's a TV presenter now. He does a TV.
Now he's a daytime presenter. He's presented on the One Show. He's got a show now. I think he's got his own show now.
But bare people go on reality TV with aspirations of making it after reality TV, like turning it into something else. Not everybody can do that.
Absolutely. And not everybody.
What's the girl from this morning? The big girl, the black girl.
Yeah.
Alison Hammond. She was on Big Brother, and she parlayed it into a.
I'm sorry, guys. So the woman that everyone was saying should have taken over from Piers or was not made to take over from someone. The Alison Hammond, black woman, yeah.
She was on Big Brother.
She was a Big Brother
contestant.
Yeah. That's how she became famous.
Yes.
She didn't win.
So before that, she wasn't a presenter. She was just on Big Brother.
No. Just on Big Brother.
Yeah.
This world is mad.
But bare people come off of Adele Roberts, who was a Radio 1 presenter. She was on Big Brother. People sometimes.
You're lying. So
yeah.
Adele, that was on One Extra and then went on to Radio 1.
Was a Big Brother contestant.
Facts.
Yes. People can parlay reality TV. Cardi B is a reality TV star.
Cardi B, I know, but she's an exception.
Why? Because the backup's mad. Why?
No, she's an exception because not everyone on Love and Hip Hop, is for people that their careers on the decline. Yeah, Cardi B used it to launch pad her career.
No, I've seen I've seen so many people use reality TV to bust. They use it. You get on a show and then people like you, and then from there they want to use you for other things.
I should have done that years ago.
Might work for you, bro. I'm trying to get on the circle.
I should have just done the reality TV route.
It doesn't work for everybody, but I mean, and people have to like you as well. I don't think
I'll be likable.
I feel like Femi will have them outrageous things that he would say and switch on somebody.
I don't think people.
I would love to see Femi in a Big Brother house. That would be so funny.
I don't think I'll be liked. I don't think I'll be loved on that type of program.
I feel like you would. I feel like you'd be great entertainment.
I'm too complex for that type of program. People need to. I'm too real. I can't be. You have to be strategic and a bit sneaky to win those programs.
100%.
I'm not. I just if I don't like you, I have to let you know right there and then. And that's my problem. That's one of my biggest issues. And I have to let you know how I feel. You must feel how I feel right now with it.
But again, I feel like the question again is do these companies have a responsibility?
A duty of care, of course they do.
Care to look after people after they.
Of course they do, but how long for? This Nikki Graham woman, surely she wasn't on Big Brother last year.
But do they though? No, this was ages ago. This was years ago.
Exactly. So my point is, how many years would they have to
look after you for?
Yeah.
All right. So Femi, for instance, let's just say you cast a brand new kid out of school, to be in your film. The film blows up.
Literally, all the kids in Trapping, they're new. They're new.
Okay, so let's just say the film blows up,
Yeah.
Gets an Oscar or something, and that kid is now a superstar. Do you have a duty of care to look after that kid after they've done your film, even though because it's your film that blew them up? What's
technical?
What's the difference?
Do you know what's hilarious?
What?
Where about that type of example is that where it gets technical is that actually I could try to look out for the kid. I could try to do stuff for the kid, but the kid's agent, you could get an agent now and they manage his career. You could get a manager and they manage his career. And they have more of a say over what he's doing in his career than I do. his parents have more of a say. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, actually, it's like the duty of care exists during the period of time that you are on the project.
So then they don't really have a duty.
And then no, but my duty, like what I feel, right?
But as an actor, you're talking about, not
as an actor. Whereas then afterwards, right? So like the kids that were in my film, I don't know what they're doing right now. But should I?
I don't know. That's the question, I guess.
I think it's a complex question, and I think it's an interesting question.
The fact that you're putting them on screen definitely puts them in a different social scenario. The fact that they're like, because they're like, you know what kids are like now. Just because you're on screen, they're just gonna assume.
But Ace, I advise them. I speak to them. I even was advising on them on set and like talking to them about how to handle fame and how to, like, you know, just deal with all of the stuff that's going to come at them or that may or may not come at them. However, once they're finished on that job, they've got a contract with me, right? And once that contract is expired, like, do I have a duty of care to carry on doing that? Maybe I do. Maybe, you know what, this conversation is going to inspire me to like reach out to those kids like almost every week till the film comes out. Do you get what I'm saying? But then at what point does it become weird?
Yeah.
Like this man in his 30s is reaching out to these like 18, 19-year-old kids not working for me anymore. Like just on a random one, like to say, hey, how you doing? When they've got agents and when they've got parents.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Again, you're right. Like, how long does that duty of care last? So we could say like, oh, well, the people that made Big Brother didn't look after her. But she was on Big Brother maybe over 10 years ago.
Yeah, and so how long does that job?
How long does it last?
And I don't know. I don't know if Big Brother doesn't even exist on the channel it did then now. Yeah. So there's like so many layers to it. Is it Channel 4? Is it Endemol? Is it like the company that owns Endemol now? Like who has like does that company have like duty of care? Where's the limit? It's really interesting.
Lee's back, by the way. Lee,
is he gonna explain the puke?
Oh, that's I feel sorry for him, man.
Can I talk about Drunk History Black Stories that's coming out on Thursday? So Drunk History Black Stories is a Viacom project. It's going out on Comedy Central on all digital platforms. I was brought in on the project by Tash, actually. Natasha Grace. Tash, Vienna Grace's mom, Natasha Grace. But so silly. But yeah, so big up to Tash for plugging me on that. And it's 6 stories about Black historical figures. So we're looking at the Sons of Africa, the Benin Bronzes. We're looking at Mary Seacole. We're looking at Rosetta Tharpe. We're looking at what's the Ghanaian thing? The Golden Stool. Wow. And we're looking at one more person's story that escapes me right now. Len Johnson, who was like a heavyweight boxer back in the day, but didn't get to fight because of the collar bar in this country. And so we're looking at historical figures, mainly from the UK, but like, you know, and globally. And that's going to be out on Thursday. It's starring Letitia Ector is playing Mary Seacole in one of the episodes that I directed. So that was really fun. So you should check that out. And we've got why am I forgetting everything right now? I'm misselling this. We've got ZZ Mills playing my like wife or queen or whatever in the Benin Bronzes story, which is like Tom Mucci and a guy called Ty Logan are narrating that story. And then we've got one more, and Rapman is presenting all the episodes. So yeah, look out for it. It's coming out on Thursday. It's going to be available on every single platform in the whole wide world. So make sure you support that. That's not about gangs. It's not set in the streets. Make sure you watch it. Otherwise, I'll put you on timeout for not watching it.
Can't wait to see that. Lee!
Tell him again.
Lee!
Blood!
We can't see you, bro.
We can't see you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can we see you, though?
Hold on. I'm in the cab. Hold on. You see me now?
Not really, but what's going on? How are you?
You know how I am.
Sorry.
You know how I am right now, bro.
Lee just sent a picture of some vomit in the taxi to the WhatsApp
Bro.
group. What happened?
Bro, my first day back, bro. Imagine I'm driving and I can smell it before I can see it, bro.
So what, you didn't know that they threw up?
No, so what happened is, as I got to Peckham,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can smell, I know that smell in it. You know, like I know the smell. Like, if I've been doing the job too long to know, that smell is a smell that you don't want to smell in your cab. And as soon as I look round, blood, exorcism. You know the exorcism?
Oh, man.
It was coming out her nose. You know when they're coming out your nose?
Oh, man.
I was like, no, 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 no. Oh, no. You know that tune? Oh, no, 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 no. God. I was thinking, why me today, man?
Oh, man.
I'm just trying to make my money, man. My first week back, and this is what you're doing to me.
Are people
That's
just
what
going
they done
mad
to-
with the drinking then today?
What?
Or this week?
Are people going mad? People being going mad, bro.
It's crazy. It's true.
People are acting like say they never had a beverage before.
Being drunk on a Tuesday is sad. I'm sorry.
Do you want to hear the joke?
Go on.
You know what that woman done for a living? Because she
What?
actually came down and cleaned it. She's actually a school teacher.
Hilarious.
So she came down, she goes, I'm so embarrassed, I'm a school teacher. Rare. I was like, wow, you should know better.
Did she give you some extra
You
piece?
should
to get
know
the cab
better.
clean? Did she give you a piece extra? Get the cab clean?
Bro. That cost that cab there cost her nearly $1 to get yard, you know?
Really?
Yeah, because you had to pay the charge, innit?
For what? Where from?
So basically on the door, there's a vomit charge. You can see it on the door when you get in. So
No, but where did you pick up? Where did you pick it up from?
Huh?
Central?
Soho.
Oh,
Let me
wow.
tell you something. Soho is banging like carnival. White people carnival right now.
That's hilarious.
Soho is ram jam.
The
You
thing
get
is,
what I'm saying?
I know Boris said June the 21st, but I feel like everybody's like out now.
Bro, from the 17th of May when the restaurants proper go back,
Yeah,
that's when it's going to be a mad thing.
that's it.
Because remember, this is meant to just be outside, but you got people outside and going to check their brethren that got the table outside as well and they're standing about. So obviously, the waiters are loving that because they're like, all right, yeah, cool, because you're not technically part of the table, but you're ordering drinks as well. So a table booked for 10, you got about 20 people over it around it.
Wow.
The whole idea is stupid, man. But I'm not arguing.
You're
Obviously, it's
working.
work, innit? I ain't arguing it's work, but yeah, man, I knew this was going to happen.
So where you going now to get the car cleaned?
Nah, she bleached it out herself, man.
Swear on.
Yeah, she came downstairs, she bleached it out. I didn't think she was going to do it. To be fair, I was skeptical when she went upstairs.
Wait,
She was gonna come back down.
wait. She cleaned the taxi and you still took the bill.
I had to. I charged her for the vomit. I charged her for the vomit.
Yeah.
She came down. But you got to
But she
remember, I
cleaned
still
it.
got to do extra cleaning. No, but I still...
Lee,
you know,
like,
when
you're Jinnle. You're
Ginnels, fam.
No. Right, let me explain something to you. Yeah? Her cleaning is drunk cleaning, innit? You know, my cleaning, black man cleaning and them people cleaning is different. Like, man still had to get out the bleach. Man still had to get out the disinfectant. Remember, them people don't clean. They don't clean chicken, you know. What do you think? How are they going to clean my cab?
I have nothing to do with this dialogue, by the way.
Yeah, let's get off this,
Brother,
please.
I'm
Alright,
letting
Lee.
you know, innit?
Lee,
Yo.
are you okay though? You're right though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. Calm has been restored, man.
Are you
Calm
gonna
has been restored.
be able to give us a proper podcast next week?
Yeah, I'm back probably next week. I just got caught up in it today, innit? This week. First week back in it. You know how it goes, lads. I've
Before
been broke for so long, man.
I hear you. How did you feel about X passing?
Oh, man, that was mad, innit? That was mad. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, you know, my dog. You see my dog. It's just that his last couple of memories of him was that he was moving a bit floozy, but I understand why. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But bro, he was doing his thing. What was that concert that was online, yeah? When he's wearing the red dungarees. Where was that?
Woodstock.
What was that?
Woodstock.
How many people was there?
Too many, bruv. Too
Bro,
many.
that looked like a Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah, for real.
That looked like a Michael Jackson concert. That was mad. Imagine performing there and they all know your lyrics. He's about 20 something.
Yeah. Did you ever hear that story about how X got addicted to crack?
Nah, how?
Oh, it's so sad. Like his mentor when he was 14 put crack in his weed, and he said he'd never turn back. Ever put crack in his weed. He didn't know it was in there.
Yeah, but you know, crack spliffs were a thing in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like it was a madman thing. Like a lot of people were smoking crack spliffs. Like there was normal,
A lot of roadmen.
Yeah, a lot of roadmen.
Yeah.
A lot of roadmen smoked it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like there was no punk in it, so they were smoking that. Get you lively though. What? So he'd been hooked since 14.
Yeah.
Ross Clark, boy.
Really sad.
Yeah, that is mad because obviously later on in life he just deteriorated hardcore as well, innit?
Anyway, can we get off X now? We're not a hip hop podcast.
Okay,
we done an hour and a half today. Guys,
the title of this podcast should be "We're not a hip hop podcast."
We are not a hip hop.
You felt like you had to keep reminding yourself that all day, innit?
Where's Damon doing the night feed?
Must be.
He's breastfeeding.
Hey, did you not ever talk about Damon's topless pictures?
What ones?
Oh no, you ain't seen them. Has Lee seen them?
In the yard. Yeah,
no. Well, I'm gonna have to send them to you, Lee.
Wait. Are you talking about the one? Are you talking about the one where he's on the knee?
Yeah.
I've seen them pictures.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've seen them pictures, bro.
80s
we'll post that on the thing, innit? We should post that on
the
Cut the Jack, because he would do that to us.
Also, guys, have you been watching Them?
No, is that good?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I Bashi's smashing it though.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it in the group, saying it's so far so good. So Ace,
is it good? Yeah.
Ace, the TV watcher, let us know next week. Yeah,
100%, man. You know, I'm back. I'm up to date with Snowfall, guys. I'm really.
Where can you watch that though? I've been trying to watch it.
Snowfall.
It's not on iPlayer yet.
Snowfall's on iPlayer.
I went on it the other day.
Season 4 is not on iPlayer.
Oh no, season 4. Season 4.
Yeah, the last one. Oh, you'll be watching on your own little
my local something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Why is it not on iPlayer yet? They ever bought it yet?
Not yet. It's not even on Disney Plus yet.
God damn.
Right, we're gonna wrap up now because I got to wake up early.
Oh, Ace, you know what? It was nice. I was enjoying being part of your return to radio whenever you came back.
Thank you.
It's kind of cute. All these people were sending you nice messages.
Do you know what? I had mad anxiety before I went back. You know, I was scared. I don't know why.
They loved you though. They loved you.
I'm so happy, man. I'm back where I belong.
What's your time slot now, Ace?
I do 6 radio shows a week now. 7 actually.
What?
7.
What?
7 radio shows a week. I work hard.
As Sassy Radio, whatever.
Sassy Radio Saturday night.
Goosey Radios.
Yeah. Sunday night 1 extra. Monday to Friday 1 extra. We work hard. Back at Box Park this Sunday. I'm working.
But you know, Monday to Friday, what time you on? There's no
normal time, 10 a.m.
10 to 1.
10.
Yeah.
And you're doing the R&B thing on a
Sunday. Yeah.
And you're doing Sassy Radio on a Saturday.
Yep, Box Park on a Sunday as well. I'm working. I am working.
I love that, man. Get that money, man.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We love to see it.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap up.
Money.
Guys, we will be back next Tuesday, same time, same place. Femi, you gonna join us next Tuesday, or is this a one-off?
I'm back, guys. I'm back. This is. I'm ready. I'm warning all the people that want to chat with us. If you want to chat, watch your chat. I will be moderating the chat again.
Lee, you've been missing. Femi's been blocking people left, right, and center.
It's not a free-for-all.
What?
Yeah.
What did I mean? I have to go back and watch the show.
You have to go back and watch the thing, bro. Like, man. You know that old school chat? If you chat crap, you get banged. You get blocked.
Yeah, sure. Chat shit, get banged.
Yeah.
Chat shit, get banged. No lay.
Blocked. No long thing.
Tell them again.
All right,
everyone.
Rate, subscribe, comment. Good night. Peace.